Hola, hoy vamos a aprender las conjugaciones de los verbos ER e IR en español en el presente. El semestre pasado aprendimos las conjugaciones de los verbos AR. We just learned recently how to conjugate AR verbs in the present tense. Now we're going to add the two other endings to our list of verb conjugations. Remember that we always conjugate verbs when we are speaking. The opposite of a conjugated verb is the infinitive verb. So a conjugated verb, I talk to my friends. So I know it's conjugated because I know who is doing the action, versus the infinitive, to talk. We learned the AR verb conjugations recently. Do you still remember them? Por ejemplo, el verbo hablar. Yo hablo, tú hablas, él, usted habla, nosotros hablamos, vosotros habláis y ellos, ellas, ustedes hablan. All regular AR verbs have the same endings, o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Now, we're adding ER and IR verb endings. Good news is they are exact same steps, but we just have slightly different endings. If you compare the AR verb endings on your left to the ER and IR, there aren't that many differences. Just notice that the ER and IR verb endings all have an E, where the AR verbs had an A, with the exception of nosotros and vosotros, which instead of having an hemos and the IR verb endings have imos, and vosotros becomes is instead of es. Ahora un ejemplo, el verbo comer, que significa to eat. La forma yo como, tú comes, él, usted come, nosotros comemos, vosotros comáis, y ellos, ellas, ustedes comen. El verbo compartir, to share, comparto, yo comparto, tú compartes, él, usted comparte, nosotros compartimos, vosotros compartís, y ellos, ellas, ustedes comparten. So, again, notice the only difference between the ER verb endings and the IR verb endings is the nosotros and vosotros. Everything else is exactly the same. Ahora unos ejemplos. Take a moment and pause your screen and see if you can figure out how to write out these phrases in español. Okay, to say you eat, comes, we eat, comemos, you all eat, comen, or I could have said coméis in the vosotros form. We don't know if it's formal or informal in this context. I share, comparto, he shares, comparte, and we share, compartimos. And remember, these verb endings are the same pattern for all ER and IR verbs that are regular that we're going to be studying in this chapter. Ahora necesitas hacer la prueba. Make sure that you complete the quiz on Google Form in order to finish your homework. Gracias, adiós.